AB8MO, AB8MO, this is KD8SLG.
On the boom mic on the 991, how's it sound, or do I need to switch radios?
Hey, Andy. The front was cut off there, so I missed the beginning. I think the audio is a little low. Sounds fine, just needs a little more volume.
He's never sounded better than a WHR.
All right, hold on. Let me try that. That should be better. How's that? AB8MO. Sorry for the echo.
Yeah, that's great, Andy. You're dialed in. Yeah, lose the echo. Sounds good, man. You got 6.5, almost 7 minutes to grab a soda and make room for it, or whatever else you got to do. So I think we're ready to go. KD8SLG.
It sounds good. I'm going to be. Thank you so much for your help tonight. I am not ruling out the possibility that Allstar is going to screw up on me, so helps to have a set of ears on the repeater output side. I'll catch you in about 6.5 minutes or so. We'll make it 6 minutes. AB8MO on the side.
No worries, man. No worries. KD8SLG and hello N8WHR.
Hello. I thought I heard him say he was on a 991A. That's great.
So am I, but I sound better than Andy.
That's just because you're just Nick.
Just Nick's got to go find a Mountain Dew Zero and make room for it. So I'll be back. Good to hear you there, man. KD8SLG.
W8WKY.
The weekly Serenette, featuring club news, trivia, and check-ins from some of the nicest hams in the universe starts in 5 minutes.
This is KD8SLG for anyone who cares or cares to. NetLogger is open and running for the ClubNet tonight. KD8SLG.
KD8SLG, AA8CS.
AHCS, this is KD8SLG. How you doing there, Gary?
I'm doing just fine. Having a great day. Just another fabulous day in paradise. Does Andy have a trivia question, or is he doing that tonight? Any insight on that?
I spoke to Eric, W8ELM, last night, and he is prepared to provide us with another awesome trivia question tonight.
Oh, yeah, baby. I love it when Eric does that. It's very, very cool. His greatest questions, truly, the senior trivia master. Senior trivia master. Yep, that's what he is. All right. Yeah, and I got an announcement as well. So I'll be standing by. Good to hear you. AAHCS.
Gary, I guess you're saying I'm really, really old to be ELM.
Well, that's not how, no, that's not how that was intended. Ah, man. No, I was saying that you were really, really good.
Well, thanks. We'll see you in the net.
Eric, the truth shouldn't hurt. Absolutely. AAHCS with WADLM. Yeah, on the side.
Get ready for the weekly Serenet starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boy, that gal just makes me sweat. Good evening. Welcome to the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's weekly Club Net. We meet here on this frequency, 147.39 megahertz, every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. local time. And I will be using the club call, if I remember it, W8WKY. My personal call is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar. I am coming to you by way of Allstar. So you can understand me. I can get in on RF. I was getting in, but I was pretty noisy. So unless people really give me a hard time, I'm going to stay on Allstar here. We're going to take some announcements here. I've got Gary AAHCS listed for having an announcement. Is there anybody else that needs or wishing to make an announcement? Please call. Announcements only. Please call W8WKY. All right. Not hearing anything. I'm not on HF, so I don't need to ask for any relays, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. AAHCS, El Presidente Gran Pahuba, you are up. This is W8WKY.
All right, good evening, Sarah and friends. Good to be here with everyone tonight. And a couple things. First, we got a VE session coming up. That's going to be February 3rd in Worcester at the Wayne County Justice Center. More information on our website, wawky.org. Underneath the Education tab. Also, the off-center fed dipole build revisit will be this weekend, Saturday at 10 p.m. at MyQTH in Fairlawn. The address is on the roster. And again, I think there was a little bit of misunderstanding. This is not a new build. This is just cleanup of the old build. The guys that just didn't get things finished. So that's what this is all about. A couple guys are going to come by and just take in the scenery and maybe have some light beverages that we'll have that morning. Have some coffee, donuts, and some stuff like that. Anyway, that's those two messages. Stand by. I also heard from Willard House and WAWDH this evening and got some really rather bad news, but not too awfully bad. One of Jim Cummings' daughters called Willard this afternoon and told him that Judy's procedure went well, which is good news. But Jim suffered a stroke while he was waiting in the hospital. The daughters noticed, or one of the daughters noticed, that Jim just didn't seem right, and got someone to take a look at him, and it ended up he was having a stroke. Right now he's doing okay with some minor problems. And that's really all I know right now. I just heard this information before the net started. So, and if somebody would just let me know, I'm not sure if Jim was on the pajama net this morning or not, but I would like to know that if you would. All right. That's all the announcements I have. Good luck tonight, Andy. I'm sure you'll do just a leg-broken kind of net tonight. You know, that's like break a leg, good luck kind of thing. Didn't come out that way, though, did it? All right, back to net. WAWKY, AA8CF. AA8CF and the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association's ClubNet. This is WAWKY. So far, I'm getting it right. I might throw in a wrong call sign every now and then, so bear with me, folks, here. But sounds like you covered it. The only other announcement I had was the VE session. You covered that. I'm sorry to hear about Jim there and his stroke, but hopefully it was a minor one, and that he will have a full recovery. Certainly will keep Jim in my prayers. So very good there, Gary. Thank you for making that announcement. Let's see here. We moved on through announcements. Let's move and pick up. I am going to make a couple calls for in and out check-ins only. If you are calling in the net, would like to be in and out, please call WAWKY.
Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie KDEDPC Dustin Medina in and out.
Whiskey November 8 Sierra Charlie India, I'll be in and out.
Kilo Alpha 8 Mike November Tango Tom in Canton in and out.
Alpha Bravo 8 Charlie Mike Chris in Akron in and out.
Whiskey Alpha 8 Kilo Oscar Charlie Fred in Akron in and out. Have a great net, Andy.
NHWS Village in London in and out.
KE8 IME David Sterling, Ohio in and out. November 8, Delta Romeo Delta, down in Marshallville, in and out.
Delta Echo Oscar, KC8 DEO, Benny and Doylestown.
November 8, Zulu X-Ray Bravo John, Jackson Township, in and out, N8ZXB.
In and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Tango Lima Bravo, KE8 TLB, Randy and Rittman, in and out. 73, God bless.
Kilo Echo 8, Juliet November Hotel, Doug and Rittman, in and out.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu, Romeo, Harry, and Wadsworth, in and out.
Kilowatt 8, American Motors Experimental.
N8WHR, Mike in Brunswick, in and out.
All righty, I'll tell you who I got. Let me make sure I got it. All right, I got KD8EPC, WN8SCI, KA8MNT, Alpha Bravo 8 Charlie Mike, WA8KOC, N8WS, KE8MIE, N8DRD, KC8DEO, N8ZXB, WB8CXO, a VHF station. I'll come right back to you. We got KE8TLB, KE8JNH, KE8ZZR, K8AMX, N8WHR, and N8JET. All in and out. Station with the suffix of Victor Hotel Mike. Can you come back again, please?
Sure, it's Kilo Bravo 8, Victor Hotel Mike.
All right, I think I gave you ample time there. Okay, anybody else that I may have missed on that round of in and out check-ins? If I did not call your name, please try again. I'll take one more. This will be the last call for in and out check-ins, and then I will go up to W8, or is it K? I don't know, ELM for the trivia. But first, last call for in and out check-ins. Please call W8 WKY.
KE8SDQ Ryan in Perry Township.
Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Whiskey X-Ray, Thomas Mobile, in and out.
Kilo Charlie 8, Delta Echo Papa. Check Brendan in and out there in Doylestown.
Kilo Charlie 8, Mike India Whiskey, Steve, Apple Creek.
Kilo Charlie 0, Lima Romeo Mike, KC0, LRM Kelly in Tulsa, in and out, please.
All right, very good there. Nick, thank you for helping me here because you're getting a whole lot more than I am. WD8LLA, Neil. KE8SDQ, Ryan. KE8OWX, Comics. KC8DEP, KC8MIW, KC0LRM, and let's see, we got Eric here. I know he's going to be giving the trivia question here, W8ELM. All righty, did I miss anybody for in and out? This is W8WKY. All right, station there. All that I heard was township. You're very, very noisy. Give me your call a couple times phonetically and slowly, please. Over.
Papa Sierra Charlie and K8 Papa Sierra Charlie, Homestead Township.
All right. Allstar just malfunctioned, so, okay. Looks like Nick got it. KE8 Papa Sierra Charlie John. All right, got you in and out. Okay, let's go to our trivia master this evening, W8ELM. Eric, what do you have for us this evening?
W8WKY from W8ELM. I just bumped a button and had to switch over to a different channel, so things are going the way the devil likes it the best tonight. Anyway, good evening to everybody. Last week we talked about ships, and this week we're going to talk about airplanes, or at least something to do with them. In 1944, well-known aviation author and flight instructor Wolfgang Langewische wrote a book that should, in my opinion, be required reading for any aspiring pilot even today.
W8WKY.
In 1944, well-known aviation author and flight instructor Wolfgang Langewische wrote a book that should, in my opinion, be required reading for any aspiring pilot, even today. The title of the book was A. Alpha, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. Again, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. B. Bravo, Climbing and Zooming. B. Bravo, Climbing and Zooming. C. Charlie, Stick and Rudder. C. Charlie, Stick and Rudder. D. Delta, The Complete Tail Dragger Pilot. D. Delta, The Complete Tail Dragger Pilot. And by the way, it's COMPLEAT. And E. Echo, Airplane Flying Handbook. E. Echo, Airplane Flying Handbook. This is W8ELM back to net.
All right, Eric, thank you for wonderful trivia. I guess I should have taken check-ins first before I gave you the trivia question, but now I guess everybody can decide whether they want to check in or not. So very good there, the noodle on that. Thank you, Eric, for a fantastic trivia question for us this evening. All right, I am taking regular general check-ins. If you'd like to check in and you plan on sticking around for a while, please call W8WKY. This is the Sarah Tuesday Night Club Net. Please call now.
Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Victor Victor KE8WVV Ethan in Manaway.
Fairlawn.
Brandon in Manaway.
Please copy Kilo Echo 8 Uniform India Bravo KE8 UIB John in Massillon.
November Tango 8 Delta NTAD Dave and Copley.
Whiskey 2 Juliet Lima Sierra John in Fairlawn W2JLS.
Kilo 8, Papa Juliet Whiskey, K8PJW, Philip in Twinsburg.
King Charles 8, Fox Queen Victor Mark in Aurora, KC8 FQV.
This is WO3X Whiskey Oscar 3 X-Ray, John in Cuyahoga Falls.
Kilo Charlie 8 Hotel Delta Papa KC8 HDP Jerry in Shreve.
Alpha India 5 Hotel Victor Greg in Broken Arrow.
Silvercreek, Germany 7 Italy Radio Japan Paul in Maxwell.
W8WKY, this is Kilo Echo 8 Victor Quebec X-Ray KE8 VQX Joe in Akron.
All right, let me make sure I got it. This is W8WKY. I have KE8WVV, Ethan AA8CS, KE8ARB, KE8UIB, NTAD, W2JLS, KPJW, KC8FQV, W03X, also known as WO3X, KC8HDP, AI5HV, and had somebody after Greg in KE8VQX. Who checked in after AI5HV? Come again, please.
Kilowatt 27 Italy Radio Japan.
All right, got it. KG7IRJ got you up after Greg. We had a big train wreck at the beginning of that, so if I did not call you, please try again. Taking more general check-ins for the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association net. Please call W8WKY now.
Kilo Golf 4 Sierra Charlie Kilo KG4 SEK Mark Copley.
Kilo Echo 8 Victor Oscar X-Ray at KE8 VOX
Scott in Vermilion.
Okay. Picked up 2 bore, which is remarkable considering the train wreck we had there. KG4SCK Mark and K8VOX Scott. All righty. We got a good list here, and let's start up at the top of our list and see what Ethan is up to, my neighbor down to the south. K8WVV, you are up, and then stand by Gary. This is W8WKY.
KE8WVV. Well, good evening, everyone. I guess I'll start with the trivia question. I have not heard of the book and probably have no idea what it's called. So I'll take a shot, say C. What else has been going on? Or what has been going on? Well, went a little bit of squirrel hunting today and got 1 squirrel. And our dog, Bailey, was very happy that he could get right up to a squirrel, and the squirrel did not run away and chitter at him. So he was pretty happy about that, kind of bouncing up and down a little bit. And planning to take that and take the hide off of it and make something out of it eventually. Probably tomorrow, deal with that. What else? Cleaned up a couple little things around everywhere, I guess, and made things a little bit more organized. I don't really think there's much else to say, so I'll hand it back to Net. KE8WVV, sending it your way.
W8WKY.
All right, very good there, Ethan. Sounds like you've been keeping yourself busy there, and with the kind of well, it isn't super cold, but it's still winter. So good hearing your voice, and hey, gotta get together with you and your dad sometime here at that coffee place down there in Manaway. We're not that far apart from each other. You came up from Punderson, and I'm only like 3 minutes from Punderson, so I live really close to Punderson. So we have no excuse not to get together and chat here sometime. Let's go to our fearless leader, Gary, AA8CS. You are up, and then stand by Brandon. This is W8WKY.
W8WKY, this is AA8CS. All right, nice job, Andy. I do want to let everyone know that this is the 5th Tuesday of the month, in case you weren't aware of it. And as such, our rotation goes to, this year, a guest net control operator, which Andy, AB8MO, is the first guinea pig on this little trip, which I think is an excellent idea, just to give folks a taste of what being net control is all about. So Andy, thanks for testing the waters with this, and Nick, thanks for the great idea there. I also want to thank Eric for being the senior. The ultimate, how's that? Let's change it from senior to ultimate master of trivia. Does a nice job with the trivia question, and I think he's kind of getting into it. I didn't expect him to have a string of fabulous trivia questions the way he does. But that's all I got. Thoughts and prayers going out to Jim and his lovely wife, Judy. We certainly wish them the best. And when I don't know the answer to a trivia question, I'll just go with letter C. You guys know me. If I don't know, I say C. Back to Net. This is AA8CS. 73 all. All right. Well, let's see if I can get myself fired here before by the end of the net.
AACS, W8WKY. Got you down for C there, Gary. Yeah, I was happy to do it. Friday, if there is a fifth Tuesday in the month, that is the only day, or the only Tuesday of the entire month where I'm not doing something at net time. So it works out. But the first through the fourth, I'm usually busy doing something, traveling somewhere. So very good. I got you down for C as well. Copied your answer, Ethan, with Charlie as well. Didn't mention that. Let's go to my 80-meter FTA buddy, KE8ARB. Brandon, you are up. Stand by. John, UIB. You'll be after Brandon. Take it away there, Brandon.
AB8MO, this is KE8ARB. It's good to hear you on the air, Andy, and having a lot of fun on radio. We went out and did our park activation last weekend on Saturday. It was very, very cold, but it rejuvenated my interest for radio. So we went out and did some repairs to the 80-meter loop, and we got it back on the air. And I've been operating, and I've been having a good time. Been getting into more countries and getting some silly paper awards, but having a lot of fun doing it, and really kind of appreciate the equipment that I have and being able to sit down here and do radio with Ethan. And Andy, when your call sign popped up there, I smiled right away. I recognized it right away, and it was a lot of fun to log a QSO with you. And as far as the trivia question goes, there's a lot that goes on to these pilot things. Now, a friend of mine and I, we moved into the area, and we were trying to find work. And, he goes to the job recruiter office, and he says, hey, I'm looking for a job. And she says, well, what do you do? He says, I'm a pilot. And, she found a bunch of jobs for him, but we couldn't find anything for me, which I thought was kind of odd because, we'd all kind of worked together. He and I had worked together the whole time, and she says, well, what do you do? And I said, I cut the wood, and he piles it. So, anyhow, all joking aside, I'm going to go with A for the answer. It seemed like a good one to me, but I don't remember the question and answer too well. So, AB8MO, over to you from KE8ARB.
All right, very good there, Brandon. KE8ARB. I don't know if Ethan used the same radio you did, but say hello to him for me. Wait a minute, he checked it. I don't know. Good on the 80-meter loop fix there. Yeah, we gave each other precisely the exact signal report, which is kind of hard to do on FT8 because you could be anywhere. I've gotten some really ridiculous ones that, like, somebody sent me like a minus 57 one time, and just the opposite. I think the highest I ever got was plus 48 or something. Really absurdly high and low, but I think plus 18 sounds about right for both of us. Thanks for getting in here. Got you down for A alpha for the trivia. I'll go for A for Andy as well, because that's one of my favorite letters. Officially, this net was brought to you by the letter A, and I'm declaring it right now. Let's go to John, KE8UIB, and standby Dave, NT8D. You'll be after John. This is W8WKY. Go ahead, John.
AB8MO from KE8UIB. Good evening, Andy, and everybody out there on the net, and the trivia question. Well, my mom and dad messaged me. They're saying A. My wife's saying A. But I want to pick something different just because I want to make sure all the spots get filled. So I'll go ahead and take B for Bravo, and we'll see how that lands because I don't know much about airplanes. The one thing I know is I can get a radio-controlled airplane up in the air, and it lands very painfully. That's what I know. But with that, I hope everybody's having a good evening as I'm just sitting at home chilling, living that $5 dream, a nickel at a time. I'm going to go ahead and hand this back over to Net Control 7-3, y'all. And good job with the net, Andy.
All right, very good there, John. Good on the RC airplane. That sounds like a lot of fun. I had a couple RC cars that worked, incidentally, I think 27 megahertz. I don't even know if they use that band anymore for radio-controlled toy cars. But that's what they did when I was a kid, in that little whip antenna. But I think flying an RC aircraft would be a whole lot of fun. Never done that. But got you down for Beat Bravo there, John. Thanks for being with us this evening. Let's go to the organizer of the Barometer Net. That would be Dave, NT8D. You are up. Stand by, John. How you doing there, Dave?
So good evening, Andy, everybody on the net. Good evening to anybody who might be listening. I'm doing pretty good for a Tuesday night. Daughter made me some pizza bagel bites from scratch. Really turned out good. And actually, I've been watching some RC videos on YouTube. There's some remarkable large jet airplanes, some really interesting sailboats. They've got sailboat races and things like that. All the steamboats and old battleships and things. All kinds of interesting. A submarine, RC submarine. So when I get too old to go out on the water myself, I'll probably end up scaling it down and do RC boats on Lake Anna or something like that. I was wondering about Judy, and I'm so sorry to hear that Jim had such a rough time of it. I'm sure it was the stress of worrying about Judy. So at least he was in a place where he could get some immediate treatment. And in the case of stroke, that the speed of treatment makes all the difference in the world. So at least he was in the right place when it happened. I'm glad her surgery went well, but it causes me some concern. But I think they're probably both in pretty good hands. So I'm awaiting their return. And if anybody gets to talk to those folks, please give them the best from everybody on the Barometer Net. Fred's worried about his Wednesdays or Tuesdays there, Stefan, so I don't know. Maybe you want to do the Sunday. I don't know, whatever you feel like. We're not going to commit to anything. But I really liked D Delta for the answer for the trivia question. That just was my favorite title, and so we're going to go ahead and pick D because nobody's picked it yet. ABA-NMO, thanks for running the net tonight, and we'll catch everybody again soon. NTAT.
All right, very good there, Dave. Well, thank you for your, your reflections about, let's see, Jim, I think was his name, his wife Judy there. Yeah, and hopefully they were able to take care of that. You know, that's what I've been praying, that it was not severe and that there will be a full recovery there. So hopefully that will be the case. I trust that will be the case. All right, got you registered for D Delta. So somebody is correct at this point. We could just go for that. I think there were just 4 choices, so somebody's got the right answer. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out whom in just a little bit. Let's go to Phil in Twinsburg. I worked W4PJW on FT8 this afternoon. Thought of you right away. You are up. Stand by FQV Mark. Take it away there, Phil. Or wait a minute. Sorry. Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. We're up to John, W2JLS. Please forgive me. And then stand by Phil, PJW. Take it away there, John. This is W8WKY. W2JLS, John, you're up.
Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee via AB8MO. Yeah, sorry, I was keying up on my my radio and I realized I've got the wrong antenna set up on the 991 Alpha over here in Fairlawn. So Good evening on your ears. Just want to take a quick moment and send warm, positive thoughts to Jim and Judy. Sounds like a really bad day, but hopefully everything's headed in the right direction with those two. WB8VMW surprising us here. So hope everything's going okay with them. Anyway, also I'll say hello to Gary, Alpha 8, Charlie, Sierra, other neighbors here. NT8D is coming up, or just went, sorry, and Mark, SCK. So, yeah, very, very good to hear everyone in the air tonight. Eric, I think you got me stumped here tonight. I have absolutely no clue. I'm not a pilot, don't know much about all that, but I did like the sound of the title, Stick and Rudder, so I'll go with my choice tonight as C, and hope for the best, right? But anyway, I won't hold the mic. Everyone have a great, great evening. Good evening on your ears, and pass it back to you, Andy. Good to hear you running the club net. Good job, buddy. Anyway, W2GLS, back to net.
All right, very good there, John. Got you down. I think you said C, Charlie. And, yeah, that works better when you're on the right, not only the right microphone, but the right antenna. I got to turn this down. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, let's go to Phil in Twinsburg, who I gave such a wonderful introduction here, and it wasn't even his turn, but now it is. And now stand by, Mark FQV. You'll be after Phil. Take it away there, Phil.
W8WKY, K8PTW, good evening, Andy. You sounded great in the control again. I haven't heard you in that position for a while, so that sounds good. Yeah, and along with my prayers for Jim and Judy, hopefully they recover both from their medical incidents, and hopefully we'll hear Jim on the air soon again. Anyway, I'm going to go with Echo. I haven't heard anybody go for that yet, so I'll round out the bell curve and go with Echo for my answer. Other than that, played hooky from Scouts so I could get on the net in a timely manner instead of coming in on the tail end, so I can hear the wonderful trivia. So other than that, just doing my daily duties at the Board of Election. That's why I'm not on the barometer in the morning, because it's right during my commute, and so that's the unfortunate part of that part. So anyway, good talking to you, and I'll hand it back to you. This is K8PTW, back to the net.
All right, very good there, Phil. Got everything there. Good luck with whatever you're doing there at the Board of Elections tomorrow. Got you down for E-Echo. That shows you how much I was paying attention to the trivia answers. I only thought there were 4. Okay. All right. Maybe there were, hopefully there's no more than 5. We'll find out. All right, thanks for being with us, Phil. Let's go to Mark, KC at FQV, and then stand by John, O3X. You'll be after Mark. Take it away there, Mark. This is W8WKY.
All right, Andrew, KCFQV. Well, I was just going to take a wild guess of Echo. We'll try that. Yeah, I got the Lear meeting up. They're running it on Zoom because past times we've had that white stuff and storms. So they didn't know what would happen. So they said January and February meetings would be Zoom meetings, so we can avoid that situation of not knowing what Mother Nature wants to do. So I got that on, and I checked over at the 2-meter Oklahoma group and out there, and we got you up. So I'm checking in here. So I want to say Echo. Went to the doctor today. Yeah, the technology didn't want to work today a little bit. For some reason, I got to find out from the manufacturer why it got unlinked. I got to see why it got unlinked. Well, there's 3 pieces of the party, or the 3 pieces of the thing. there's 3 pieces of software to do all this stuff. To connect the pump to the phone, and another one connects to their server, and there's another one that connects to the sensor. Holy smokes. But once it's all together, it works nice. So, but everything was we just got to tweak up, getting the numbers right here, what I eat for carbs, make sure I cover them. So, car is back too. So, we'll send it back to net and catch everyone in another day. Tomorrow morning, the BBB, Barometer Net, Beacon Net, and Oklahoma Border Breaker Net. So, back it comes, KSFQV.
KC8FQV from W8WKY. Sounds good there, Mark. Glad you got your car back there and good on the Lear meeting. Yeah, I was going to help Dave 88G out with some things, but 7:30 came and went, and well, I had to get ready to run the net here. So anyway, hope the Lear meeting went well, and I forgot what else you said there. Hopefully the doctor turned out okay too. All right, let's go to John in Cuyahoga Falls. He was a regular when I was running the 80-meter beacon net. I don't know. I could probably count the times on one hand that he missed nets. So it was great having him in there, and it's great to talk with him now. WO3X, the floor is yours, and stand by HDP Jerry. Take it away there, John.
Hey, Andrew, yeah, Dave was looking for you, and I haven't told him yet you're over here, but KSFTV.
W8WKY.
Good evening, Andy, and all on the net. Thanks for running the net here, Andy. Over the weekend was Winter Field Day, so I had registered my spot with that organization, and to get a more accurate spotting of it, I used there's a geocache just north of where I was going to be parked, and so I used an application called Geocaching Toolbox, and I projected using a distance and an angle by trial and error to get it to where I was going to be parked, and so that worked out well. So I had a better registered location than I did last year. Even I was in the same spot, but last year it showed 2 streets over from where I was. So that worked out great. And my first contact was Oregon on 15 meters using an antenna that somebody was selling very inexpensively at a Hamfest some years ago, an Outbacker Perth Plus, and so I used that on 15, 20, and 40 meters. And so, and then I used a ham stick for 75 meters, and another ham stick for 10 meters. So I made 58 contacts, well, 28 the first day, and then 30 the second day, operating mobile stationary. So I had a lot of fun with that. So 5 bands, 58 contacts, that's 290 points. They don't count the sections as multipliers. Maybe just this year they did it that way, or I don't know. Okay, regarding the trivia question, I don't know. I think I'm going to go with D Delta. So back to the net. W8WKY, this is WO3X.
W8 or W03X, W03X. This is W8WKY. Very good there, John. It sounds like you had a blast with Winter Field Day. I also participated with another club I belong to, the Warren Amateur Radio Association. We were running 5I, so had 5 radios, and we even decided to throw up a 160-meter antenna. We weren't going to do that, but we decided to do that. So even had 160 lit up as well. So got you down for D Delta there, John. Let's go to Jerry in Shreve, the one who always does a great job checking in. Unmistakable Jerry, you are up, and then stand by Greg. HV, you'll be after Jerry. Take it away there, Jerry.
Well, good evening, Andy. Thank you for taking the guest spot this evening, doing a fine job. Good evening to you, Nick, who is logging, and thank you, Eric, once again for a fine trivia question. Normally, I would answer the trivia question first before I forget to answer it, but since I have heard you talk about this question this answer in the past, I'm going to recuse myself. Had a great time over the weekend with Winter Field Day. The Wayne Amateur Radio Club also operated 5I over the weekend, and boy, we had a fantastic time operating for those 20. We didn't operate overnight, but we operated for most of the time, and had a great time and made lots of contacts. A lot of fun. Gosh, I guess I really don't have anything else. So, looking forward to seeing people at the VE session in Worcester this Saturday. I will be there, and hope to see lots of people getting their first license and upgrading as well. So with that, I'll send it back to you, Andy. W8WKY and the net from KC8HDP 73.
All right, very good there, Jerry. Thank you for the report from, I think you said the Wayne County, Worcester Club. I forget which you said it was there, but it sounds like you had a blast running 5I as well there for Winter Field Day. So that's great. Got you down for recusing yourself, because you're just a smart guy, I guess. Let's go to Broken Arrow and see what Greg is up to. AI5HV, stand by Paul IRJ. You'll be after Greg. W8WKY and the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Tuesday Night Club Net. Go ahead there, Greg.
Yes, W8WKY, this is Alpha India 5, Hotel Victor, Greg in Broken Arrow. I'm doing pretty good this evening, hopping from one net to the next to the next. So this is stop number 2 with some more to go after that. Hope you're doing well, and I was not on to hear what the question was. I was on a different net at the time, so if you could repeat that, that'd be great.
All right, Greg. Yeah, I forgot what it was, too. Let's page Eric here, W8ELM, get a reread of all our trivia questions and answers. W8ELM from W8WKY.
W8ELM here. In 1944, well-known aviation author and flight instructor Wolfgang Langewiesche wrote a book that should, in my opinion, be required reading for any aspiring pilot, even today. The title of the book was A, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, B, Climbing and Zooming, C, Stick and Rudder, D, The Complete Tail Dragger Pilot, or E, Airplane Flying Handbook. One more time. The title of Wolfgang Langewiesche's book was A, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, B, Climbing and Zooming, C, stick and rudder. D, the complete tail dragger pilot. Or E, airplane flying handbook. Andy, you're doing a fabulous job tonight. W8WKY from W8ELM.
All right, thank you, Eric. Thank you for the reread. There are indeed 5 possible answers. Okay, I was paying attention that time. AI5HV, your answer to the trivia question there, please, Greg. Over.
Well, I'm going to have to guess A, alpha.
All right, got you down for A, alpha. All righty, thanks, Greg. Thanks for checking in with me this evening, and I'm sure I'll hear you tomorrow on SuperNet Wednesday on the Boredom Breaker Net. All right, let's go to Paul at Massillon, KG7IRJ, and then stand by Joe, VQX. You'll be after Paul.
Thank you. KG7IRJ. Yeah, I'll take a C on that. I've heard of Super Brother before, so I guess I would be it. I hope. And, I had to resist my position in Frederick here. Unfortunately, I had to drop it. I'm going to
W.
All right, Joe, I didn't get much of that. Or Paul, rather. Paul, I didn't get much of that. I didn't even get your answer there. Can you give me your answer again real quick there? Just your answer, please. Over.
Here we go. Charlie.
Okay, yeah, you got noisier and noisier, and then you fell out, so maybe your battery just died. All right, thanks for being with us, Paul. Wish I could have gotten a little bit more of that, but, hey, thanks for getting in here. Let's head up to Akron, see what Joe is up to, K8BQX, and then stand by middle mark.
W8WKY, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor Quebec X-Ray. Thanks for getting me in there, Andy. As far as the trivia goes, I know that A and E, Alpha and Echo, are both FAA publications. I am still, on paper at least, a certified flight instructor. I have most of those books on my shelf, including C, Charlie, which I believe is the correct answer. So thanks for getting me in again, Andy, and this is KE8VQX, back to net control.
All right, very good there, Joe. Flight instructor extraordinaire says, see, Charlie, got you in there. Thanks for being with us. Let's go to middle mark. I think that's what your designation is now, a mark of the middle. You'll have to let me know. KG4SCK, Mark, you are up. Stand by VOX Scott and Vermilion. You will be after Mark. Take it away there, Mark.
Hello, Andy, and everybody on the net. Well, I see I'm still listed in Owensboro on NetLogger, so I made the correction on QRZs, so my Copley location should come up there if anybody types in the call sign. It was great seeing the gang over at the Worcester Winter Field Day. Eric and Jerry and Gary, if he's listening. And it rattled my brain. I remembered using that software they were using and even looking at it online and talking myself out of it, saying, I don't need all that software. But seeing it being used again, I decided to buy the whole package, and now I got it, and I hope I'll be happy with it for at least a year, get my money's worth out of it. So that was cool. Let's see. The trivia question. I think this is a safe time to not invoke Shorter's postulate and pick Charlie C. And thanks for the tip, Joe, or confirmation or something. Appreciate it. And a shout out to my neighbor W2JLS for recognizing me. Recognizing you back, John, 73s, and KG4SEK back to net.
All right, very good there, Mark. Mark, I'm sorry, I missed your answer to this trivia question. Can you give it to me again, please?
I just wanted to say, Charlie.
Charlie, you are registered. All right, very good there. Thank you, Mark, for being here. I looked on both QRZ and the FCC ULS system, and they both say Owensboro, Kentucky. So I don't know if you changed your address or how recently that happened, but it hasn't taken effect yet. The FCC still says you are in Kentucky, even though we know you really are. We love having you, Mark. Thanks for being with us. Let's go to Scott, K8VOX in Vermilion, who's been getting on the, he's been getting a regular on the Wolverine net. How you doing there, Scott? Stand by ZZA. Eric, you'll be after Scott. Take it away there, Scott.
Good evening, Andy. Little Echolink trouble there. Having problems on the RF waves tonight. Couldn't make it into the 10-meter net, and couldn't even go direct to Doylestown tonight. So had to use Echolink. But this is KE8VOX, Scott up here on the shores of Lake Erie. Didn't do a whole lot today, Andy. Tired from my trip yesterday, and the only thing I did was went to our family lunch. We go to lunch every Tuesday. Went to family lunch today over there in Amherst, and ate so much and took so long and was so full. Came home and took a nap and woke up in the middle of the Wolverine net, grumpy. So I didn't even make it into that. Too grumpy. And then I got on here and I found out about Jim, and my thoughts and prayers go out to Jim and Judy. That early pre-net barometer pre-net rad shoe sucks when Jim ain't there. So that's all I got. Thanks for getting me in. AB8MO, this is KE8VOX, sending it back to you, 73.
All right, KVOX from AB8MO. Also W8WKY, that's who I'm acting as. All right, very good there, Scott. Yeah, I didn't realize it was Jim VMW. I guess I don't really know his wife, and everybody just kept saying Jim, but now I know who you're talking about now. So certainly hope he gets a speedy recovery. And yeah, it's a little different there. He usually is there to call the net, barometer net every morning now. So I guess we got to have a different routine here for a while. Hopefully it won't be too long. So yeah, if you're trying to get your 4 check-ins a month for the Wolverine net, you still got tomorrow if you need to get that 4th one. I think you probably have it. And I know you've been checking in pretty regularly, so you may already have it for January. So great to hear you, Scott. And you got a good signal on 80 meters, too. No problem copying you over here. All right, let's go to the last one on the list. That would be Eric, K8VZA. And this is W8WKY. Take it away there, Eric.
W8WKY, this is KE8VZA. Hi, Andy. Hi, everybody. Good to hear everybody out there.
just like to pass along thoughts and prayers for Jim and his wife. And I'm a little late to the net tonight, so I only heard bits and pieces of it, but I understand there was a situation, so I hope they both can recover quickly. Trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie, because I like saying Charlie also. And tonight I was net control station for the NORS 10-meter net, and it seemed to go pretty well. Sorry we didn't hear you, Scott. There were a couple stations that were hard to pull in, but as these 10-meter nets at 8 p.m. go, it wasn't too bad tonight. The noise wasn't too bad. Propagation seemed to be a little better than usual. But that's about it for me. Again, good to hear everybody. And 73 to all. I'll be listening out to the end of the net. This is KE8VZA, back to net control.
All right, very good there, Eric. Got you down for C as well, and Scott got you registered as C. So far, the C's have been a runaway here. That's the most I recorded, but all answer has been chosen. A, B, C, and D have been chosen. So, anyway, we're coming down to the tail end of the net here, but I'm going to take one more call for check-ins here. This will be the final call for check-ins here. For the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association ClubNet, please call W8WKY.
W8WKY.
Hello, Charlie 3, Quebec November Delta, KC3, QND, Jeannie in North Ridgeville.
Kilo Charlie 8, Echo Yankee. Kilo 8, Echo Echo.
Music written by Miles Davis, Eco, So What?
All right, here's who I got. KC3QND Jeannie, and KC8 Echo Yankee David in East Sparta, and then I had a really long carrier. Sounds like somebody's TV was going on or something, but I didn't pull anything out of that. Anybody else? And then I'll go up to Eric for a review of the trivia. Any other check-ins, please call.
Kilo Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo KE8TQR and Keith in Uniontown.
All right, take them one at a time, and that was a good one, as Dustin would say. KE8 Total Quality Radio, Keith in Uniontown, got you there. All right, I'm going to run up and let you guys trivia question for tonight. W8ELM, this is W8WKY. Can you reread the trivia question, please?
In 1944, well-known aviation author and flight instructor Wolfgang Langewisch wrote a book that should, in my opinion, be required reading for any aspiring pilot even today. The title of the book was A, Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge, B, Climbing and Zooming, C, Stick and Rudder, D, The Complete Tail Dragger Pilot, or E, Airplane Flying Handbook. Back to net.
All right, thank you, Eric, for bringing that trivia question. All right, let's head to Jeannie, see what she's up to this evening. Let's see here. I'll try not to forget about the food net tomorrow. KC3QND, Jeannie, what's going on with you?
KC3QND. Well, good evening, Andy, and everybody on the net. Well, I'm going to go with C, and, C. And with a nice day today, even though it was still a little cloudy and not much sunshine, but it was a little bright. I'll take it. And really craving sunshine. I really need some vitamin D here. So hoping that we get a little bit more sunshine in the coming days. Outside of that, not much else is going on. Just heard you on the net, so I just chime in and say hello to everybody and hope everybody's well and having a good evening. So with that, KC3, QND, back to you, Andy.
All right, very good there, Jeannie. Got you down for C, Charlie. That seems to be the most popular answer so far there. You, Pete, and Fred, take care there. Tell Pete I said hi. I think that's your boyfriend's name there. I don't hear much on the radio. I'll have to fix that sometime. Great to hear you. Thanks for joining me this evening there, Jeannie. Dave, or David, I think it's Dave. KC8EEY, what's going on in East Sparta? Stand by, Keith.
Well, not much is going on in East Sparta. They roll up the streets when the sun goes down. I was just sitting here thinking how I love hearing Eric say that author's name. I wouldn't even attempt to try it. Just got back from Florida a couple days ago. Flew in to see my granddaughter back from the Navy before she goes on to her next duty base. And then we're heading out Monday back to Florida, sunny Florida, putting a ham shack down there, getting ready to put up an HF antenna down there so I can play radio down there a little more. But other than that, trying to keep warm up here, wanting to get back down to Florida. And as far as the trivia question, I'm going to go with C, stick and rudder. Even though I kind of like the idea of D, tail dragger. My tail's been dragging for a number of years, but I think I'll go with C, stick and rudder. Sounds like a good name for a book. Okay, Andy, thank you for running the net, and good to hear everyone out there. This is KC8EEY. Why? Just because we want to.
All right, very good there, Dave. Welcome back to Ohio. I think we had another day of Ohio gray, as it says. But anyway, glad to hear you had a great time visiting your granddaughter down in Florida. And I'm sure she was glad to see you, that's for sure. Thanks for being with us. Got you down for C, Charlie. Let's go to our, what do they call it, tail gunner? Last one on the list here, bottom of that. That would be Keith, K-E-A-T-Q-R. How you doing there, Keith?
Well, good evening, Andrew. I guess I'm bringing up the back of the bus. That's usually reserved for somebody else, but it's a spot of prestige, so I'll take it. And good evening, everyone else on the net tonight. I don't usually get in here, but things change tonight, so here I am. And, hey, I just made it, so there's that. I heard the trivia question twice. I'm going to go with C, Charlie, because that's what seems to be a good guess by everybody's making the same one, and that's what I'm sticking with. So, anyway, good to get in here tonight. Hope everyone had a terrific Tuesday, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Wednesday. And with that, I'll send it back to you, Andrew. Good running the net tonight. Nice to hear you. This is KE8TQR saying 73, and God bless all.
All right, I had to wait for a node ID there. All right, very good there, Keith. Got you down for C. You'll see the last, I think, six people all said C. So let's go up to Eric, W8ELM, for any comments you might have. And then, of course, when you're done there, Eric, give us the answer to the trivia. W8ELM, thank you so much for your help tonight. This is W8WKY for the Sarah Tuesday Night Net. Take it away there, Eric.
W8WKY from W8ELM. Well, first I would also like to wish Jim and Judy speedy recoveries there, and this was the first that I had heard of it tonight, so they will be in my thoughts and prayers for sure. Again, a great job, Andy. And as far as the trivia, Joe VQX kind of took the airstream out of my ailerons. I was just glad he wasn't up there at the top. The correct answer is C, stick and rudder. And Wolfgang used to write for Air Facts magazine. He also taught theory of flight to some Army aviation cadets, and he was very involved in flight training. It's been 40-some years since I read the book, but one of the most valuable lessons I learned from his book was that, and think about this a little bit, the stick or the yoke controls the speed of the airplane, and the throttle controls the altitude. Once again, the stick or yoke controls the speed of the airplane, and the throttle controls the altitude, not the other way around. So, let's see, correct answers, WVV Ethan, AAHCS Gary, JLS John, HDP, he had the right answer but recused himself. We spent too much time together. I can't remember talking about this book, and it could have been last week or it could have been years ago. Anyway, so I'm giving him credit. IRJ Paul, VQX Joe, FCK Mark, VZA Eric, QND Jeannie, EEY Dave, glad you made it back from Florida, and TQR Keith. So thank you everybody for participating. This is W8ELM back to net.
Welcome to WB8 off Vic Supreme Repeater, Uniontown, Ohio. Ohio, 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 Ohio.
Oh, really interesting feedback loop there. Thank you for taking care of that, Dick. All righty. All right, we have counted Jerry. I think I counted 11, so very good there. Yeah, Eric, I understand how you feel. Believe me, when you work hard to try to find a trivia question, and somebody else lets the wind out of your sails, and it's nice to give a little background about the trivia question, and then when somebody else does, you're just like, oh man. So, anyway, that was excellent. Spurred a lot of discussion here, and thank you very much, Eric, for bringing that to the net. All right, with that, I'm going to close this down here at 2:15 UTC. That would be 9, we'll make it 9:16 local time. Join us again next week for another edition of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association ClubNet. We start here at 8 o'clock. Yeah, 8 o'clock. If you want to listen in for a Newsline, that starts at 7:30. We had 46 check-ins. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in. This is W8WKY, operator Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar, closing the net, 730.
W8WKY. W8WKY. Repeater PL1 14.8.